going on, people? It's your boy H, and I'm back on tinted red glasses, and I need to hide my face more than when I had to hide it before, so I had to wear this shirt. I don't know what's going on right now. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, being a gooner right now is like, I don't even know what to say. It's hard work. I feel sorry for my kids because they see none of the glory. None of the glory. They tell them about Henry and them man there, and Bergkamp and Wrighty and Rocky, and it's like to them it's just like, yeah, alright, Dad. We won a couple FA Cups. Yeah, alright, Dad. I thought to myself, do you know what? Let me start this channel because I see so many people getting toxic. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? Let me try and do something a little bit more positive because I thought this slump, it can't go on forever. I don't know what's going on. I'm watching these players and their work rate is just abysmal. Like, I see kind of where Arteta is, because he's kind of like, let me go with the tried and tested, the experience, because the experienced players, they'll at that moment you know that they can give you a flash, but they're not working hard enough. These players are not working hard enough. I'm telling you, I'm watching them putting in the yards, and they might be jogging around and you see them, but no one's sprinting. You see the other teams, they're all sprinting around, getting back, sprinting forward, going forward. Our players is just all slow and staggered and it's supposed to be Christmas, man. What's going on? Like, I got a tree here, like, I got presents under the tree. Like, I got kids looking forward to Christmas, and then next thing you know, they're worrying about Boxing Day. Good job it's called Boxing Day, because right now the way these men are going on, it's like we're gonna get boxed up anyway. But anyway, this is what I wanted to show you, Doc. And I wanted to show you more about Arteta and why we need to have a bit of reality. Because you know what, I see the light at the end of the tunnel with Arteta. And I don't think changing another manager is going to make any difference. And I'm going to explain a lot of it to you why. These players that we got here right now are not Arsenal ready players. They're not. There's an odd one or two, and I just can't say, like, it's ridiculous. Like, let's have a look. We got Macy, his contract's soon ending, so he's not really bothered anyway. Bellerin is just, I don't know what's going on with Bellerin. He had so much promise, and then he done his injury, and he's just not got better. He's not got better. If anything, he's digressed. I mean, you can't even take a throw in these days. Come on now, like, I got a 9-year-old that plays football, and I watch him on a Sunday. I couldn't tell you the last time I see a foul throw. Like, what's this? Like, this is just ridiculous. Like, Socrates, his contract up and he's not in the squad. We need to get rid of Holding. We don't know. He could maybe be a squad player at best. And him, he's another player. These players are all left from Arsene Wenger, you know. From Arsene Wenger. Mustafi, his contract's up at the end of the season. We'll free up some money and free up some space, and that will give Arteta time. I mean, as long as he doesn't get demoted this season, I think we've just got to stick with him. We've got to stick with him. You lot have got to just say, do you know what? I'm not even going to cuss Arteta. Look at these players. These are all Arsene Wenger players, you know. So it's Macy, I've already said Bellerin, Socrates, Holding, Mustafi, Chambers, Kolasinac, Ozil. He brought Maitland-Niles through, El Neni, Xhaka. He brought Laka and Aubameyang. Now, not being funny, out of those players, Aubameyang, Laka and Maitland-Niles, I'm holding maybe as a squad player. But they're the only ones where you could honestly say, yeah, they could do something for us going on. So you got to bear in mind, he's got all those players. So you got to look at the board. You have to look at man like Edu and say like, whoa, why have you not got rid of these players? They are dead wood. Like these players that have got no contract, that aren't even in the squad, why did you not get rid of them in summer? I know we've had like COVID and whatever, but these players have been around for long now and doing nothing. Then you got the ones that came in under Emery. Like you got Ceballos. Now he's done okay, but he's not even our player. And he's only done okay. He hasn't been amazing. Guendouzi, you know, we've got the attitude problem, so we have to sort that out. So we might as well cash in on that. And Torreira started so promisingly. Like, oh mate, when Torreira first come, I was like, yes, we've got our CDM. But I don't know, it's like he didn't even want to play there, get there, like do nothing. I don't even know, like, I don't know, man. And Luis, oh mate, he's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get with Luis. Sometimes he can be so commanding, so amazing, and then other times you get like City game after the lockdown, like total calamity. Mavropanos, what can I say? Is he good? I don't even know. He's been with us like 2-3 years. I don't even know. I think I've seen him play 4 times. Apparently he's doing all right in Germany at the moment, but honestly, like, can't say I've honestly seen this guy play more than 4 times. Like, and don't get me wrong, I know I'm a wheelchair supporter, but like, I'm there like more time. Like, I will watch most games. Like, the hook or by hook, I'm watching most games. Trust me. Like, Tierney. One of the very, very, very promising players that we need to build. He needs to be part of the core. So there is promise in the team. But these players can't do it all on their own. You can't have one side of the pitch doing it. Like, if you can imagine now, like Saliba, we don't even know. We bought this player, we don't even know. And the thing is, not being funny, everyone's like, oh yeah, play Saliba. But you don't even want to put him under that pressure. And then you put him under that pressure, then he flops, and then it sinks even worse. So I think kind of Arteta's probably doing the right thing, keeping him out of the limelight right now. Because it would be different if we were playing well and you brought him in and he had someone and he could calm and he could feel relaxed. But we're not playing well. So it's not about just throwing him in and just let's hope for the best and hope he does better than everyone else. That's no good. That don't make no sense. He's a young boy. You can't rush your nose on him. I know sometimes you can once they've had a chance and they've already proven themselves. But he hasn't proven himself. What are you lot talking about? I don't understand. Leno, definitely. Emery brought in a player that there you definitely can build your core around. Definitely. Don't get me wrong, like sometimes he's got a bit slow with the feet, but he's even picked that up recently. He did, his kicking, he was taking too long, like I don't know. But he's picked up on that, but he's a lot better recently, a lot better. Then we got Martinelli, who's definitely a core player. And this is the thing, like, all these players say, you can't build your team around these young players. Yes, you can. You got all these foreign teams are doing it. If they're good enough, they're old enough. It's that simple. From they're over the age of 18, 17, I don't see why you can't play them. Look at Dortmund built the team around Sancho and they got Erling Haaland and whoever else, and they're young and they're in the Europa League and Champions League finals and whatever and top of the league. Don't get me wrong, they're not having the greatest season this season, but in general, like, they're building their team around young players. Why can't we? We got Pepe. Now, the thing with Pepe, yeah, that gets me about most fans, yeah, Pepe's like, we paid 72 million for Pepe, blah blah, he should be doing this, he should be doing that. No, he shouldn't be doing that. We obviously got stung. Face it, we got stung. Pepe's a good player, and yes, he does have good ability, and you can see in little lights where he does little things, and you think to yourself, yeah, Peps, and he can do it. He probably could do something, but he's not worth 72 million. And you don't need to stop calling about the price that we pay for him. We obviously got bumped. If he's worth 25, 30 million right now, I'd be surprised. Honestly and truthfully. Got Eddie, but he's come through the ranks. I suppose Emery brought him through, but he's a squad player at best, because his finishing is good, but even then, he hasn't played enough football at a high enough level, and his hold-up play is nowhere near good enough. He's not strong enough on the ball. He needs to play more football so he can get used to doing that, definitely. Nelson, now Reece Nelson, I don't know what is going on with this guy, but him, so far this season, when I've seen him, he's looked more impressive than Willian and Pepe. So how he's not got a run in the Premier League, I have no idea. I really have no idea. And the funny thing is, when Arteta first came in, he really did play Nelson a lot. He played Nelson a hell of a lot. And you don't have to bear in mind as well, yeah, like it is school holidays, Christmas holidays. So if you hear any noise in the background, that's my mad kids going mad. Hence why you haven't really seen me, because I've just not had no time. These kids have been driving me up and down and here and there and doing all sorts with them. But yeah, family time Christmas, you get me? Not a YouTube time, it's family time. You have to remember that still. Smith Rowe, I suppose Emery brought him through as well. Now he looks like a core player that you could build a team around. But again, injuries have just plagued his progress. So therefore, really and truly, you need to look into the fact that he needs more time to play more football so that he can actually play at this level. But I do think, honestly, that he should be given more time in the next few weeks, definitely. Saka, there's nothing can be said about this year. He is just so much. He's just been the brightest thing that, other than Martinelli, and I'd say personally, he's been brighter than Martinelli, because the fact is, he has picked us up through so much, especially while Martinelli's been injured. But in every game, this kid, he picks the ball up, he runs, he drives, he works. If anybody else in the team don't look at that kid and feel embarrassed, I don't know. I honestly don't know, because there's not many that can say that they work like him. Joe Willock, I don't know about Joe. I had a lot of promise with Joe, but he looks like a squad player. At best for me, a squad player, definitely. I don't think he'll ever really, maybe in a couple of years when he gets his peak. But yeah, his run times are brilliant. But he doesn't know when to release the ball. Sometimes he just holds the ball just too long. And he was the last of the Emery players, I suppose, that he brought through that I can think of off my head. So then you get into like Arteta's actual players that he's brought in. And to be fair, it's a case of, did he actually bring them in? Because he didn't have control over the beginning. So when you look at players like Mari, Cedric, Willian, he didn't really have control at that point where you could say, yeah, it was him. Even probably Gabriel. Although Gabriel was one they were proper sought after, even Gabriel, I don't even know whether he had much say in that. But yeah, he brought him in, and Gabriel has been, he's been amazing. It's been nice to know that we've actually got a defender back there that can put his foot in, got pace as well, can manage players. Like, we haven't had a player that back there with any pace since, I don't even know when. I can't even remember. It's that far back. Like, I'd have to probably get a time machine so I can go back and remember the last time we found a player that with pace at the back line and play well. Nah, and Partey. Now, at the end of the day, great player. Seen him play for Madrid. I watch a lot of football, a lot of Spanish, Italian, all of it. Watch it all. Even watch French football. I do. I watch so much football you wouldn't even know. But let me tell you, this guy is proper. He is proper. And yes, he's been injured, sick note most of the time since he's been here. But trust me, when he gets his chance, when he comes in, he will do bits for us. He will do bits. So let's just look at that. As for the game the other night, let's be real. Everyone got upset. Oh, you got hammered 4-1. 4-1 against City. 4-1 against City. Their reserve team. That was their reserve team. Did you see their reserve team? The levels of their reserve team. And our players that came in. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. And the worst thing was, our better players didn't even have the greatest game. Gabriel didn't have the greatest game. Martinelli had an amazing game, but obviously got injured and had to come off, which made a major impact into the way that we played. And as for Renison, I don't know. That guy, he can't be number 2. We have to either sort out, try Macy back in goal, I think, or I don't know, get another keeper in the next window in January, because if Leno gets injured, we're in big trouble. Big trouble. Trust me. No long thing. We're in trouble. Boy, I don't even know what to say. As for the Chelsea game, boy, in this house is a bit of a madness as well, because the wife and her side, they're all Chelsea mainly, to be fair. Her mum's actually a gooner, like us. Real love. But at the end of the day, like I say, and I keep saying it every week, we're gooners. We have to rep our team. And the thing is, no matter how much you cuss, no matter how much you moan, every weekend, when you see the game, you get excited. You get that little buzz, you get that little itch, you get that little hope, that little fire. Just stick with that. Stick with that feeling. Stick with that feeling. But this manager needs time to clear out all that dead wood. There's so much. And Rome weren't built in a day. And it's horrible seeing us way down low in the depths. But what that goes to show is that maybe even Emery wasn't the wrong man. It's just a case of he had the wrong players. So changing managers is not going to help. We need to change the players, change the squad. It's the same old aging squad. You look at all these players, they're dead. They've been finished. When you look at all the other teams around, how many players have they had? How many of their squad players have gone? How many have they changed their first 11? And they got quality players in new positions. We've got none. We've got the same dead players in the same position for years. Xhaka for years. Bellerin for years. It's boring. Come on. We need to sort it out. But the board is the ones that are actually responsible. They're the ones that didn't clear out the squad. They're the ones that have caused the squad unrest. That is why. There's a couple players that couldn't even get in the squad. They're upset. That's not Mikel Arteta's job. That is the board's job to make sure that these players are loaned out or these players are sold, so there isn't too many players in the squad, that the squad is the right size. Mikel Arteta just tells them which players he wants and what players he doesn't want. That's their job. You can't blame him for that. So yes, there's gonna be unrest. You're 4 months into the season nearly? The season didn't even start in August, 3 months into the season. But what you gotta understand is these players have been sitting there on the sideline not getting involved. Then to make matters worse, flipping Premier League decided there's only gonna be 5 subs, and then you can only have so many on the bench. Alright, they've extended the bench now. But it's just been players sitting there under duress, worried about what they're gonna do with their life, twiddling their thumbs, playing PlayStation and Xbox. It's not that life. But people, look, like, subscribe. If you do, you know what happens every week. Every now and then I catch my videos. Trust me, I'm here. But over the festive period, might be a bit crazy because these kids, and I can't have them on the video, on every video, because then I'll never get any actual sense out. Yeah, but you'll catch them in the next one. Peace, like, subscribe, like I said. Catch you on the other side. Peace.